You must be Artie. I'm Mrs. Carp. We're neighbors. Yes, my dad mentioned that you looked after him while Mala was gone. He said that? Well, Edgar did give him a ride back here a few days ago. Mala has their car now. But come, visit a minute. I can't. Look, Eddie, look what I found. Vladik's boy, Artie. So, you came to take your father to live by you? What? No, we're just helping him get his bearings for a few days. He'll stay up here till Labor Day. What, alone? How can he manage? He can get by, but it'd be nice if you'd give him rides to town, looked in on him sometimes. Maybe sometimes, but he's a sick old man. He can't be all alone. And after the summer, then he'll go live with you, or what? No, I don't know. Maybe he'll need a nurse or something. A nurse, it costs money, you think. You think your father spends money so easy? Poor Mala. One time I went to the supermarket with her. She had to erase a hairbrush from the bill because he wouldn't pay for her personal items. Now, how could a couple live like that? Art, hello, where are you, honey? My wife is calling me. Your wife, she's Jewish? Hush, Edgar. Invite her in for some lemonade. Maybe some other time. I'd better go now. Whew, so there you are. Where were you? A couple of Vladik's friends, the Carps, just hijacked me. You know, even they can't stand him. It's so claustrophobic being around Vladik. He straightens everything you touch. He's so anxious. He never learned how to relax. Maybe Auschwitz made him like that. Maybe, but lots of other people here are survivors, like those Carps. If they're whacked up, it's in a different way from Vladik. Oh, about Vladik's matches. It's even crazier than you thought. Since gas is included in the rent, he leaves a burner lit all day to save on matches. God, if he wasn't so pathetic, it'd be kind of funny. So, you've been enjoying yourself, kids? Come, we'll sit together and you can help me prepare my bank papers. A few tense hours later. Ah, Artie, again you made the wrong addition. But look, we've checked it twice, it's correct. Phuh, it doesn't come out so as on the statement. We'll have now everything to do again. What? That would take 2 or 3 hours. It's off by less than $1. Just forget it. Always you're so lazy. Every job we should make so as to do it the right way. Lazy? Damn it, you're driving me nuts. Wait. Why don't you take a break? I'll find the mistake. Yes, with Francois, I can do it. I can handle it alone. Why don't you both go out for a walk? Think a lot. Well, don't mix together for me any of the papers. I'll review with you when I come back. But for my legs, I could use that walk a little. Okay, I'll get my tape recorder so today isn't a total loss. Okay, so on these walks, Vladik is going to start telling Artie about his time in Auschwitz. So these are all flashbacks that Artie has, and he's just recounting his story to his son. He is also very matter-of-fact in everything he says, which is important to note. He doesn't have too much emotion when talking about such a horrible thing in the past. We're going to watch a documentary going forward about someone who does pretty much the exact same thing. So we're top page 24. What are your plans now, Pop? We'll walk over to the Pines Hotel and then back. I mean in general, now that Mala's gone. Maybe we'll together stay to the end of the summer here. It's so beautiful. I told you, Francois and I can only stay through the weekend. So, then when you go back, I'll also go. What have I here to stay all alone? And then? Nah, maybe you'll want me in Queens to stay. To have you with me, it's always a pleasure. Remember, my house is also your house too. I'm sorry, Pop. I don't think it would work out. I mean, we've got our own place to live in. Yes, you don't have to answer now, only to think of it. Can I ask you more about your past about Auschwitz? Of course, darling. To me, you can ask anything. Well, what happened when you and Mom arrived there and were separated? When we came, they pushed in one way the men and somewhere else the women. Out. I waved very fast goodbye to Anja. But you understand, never Anja and I were separated. No. We're going down the left panel. No, the war put us The war put us apart, but always before and after we were together. Not so like Mala. What grabs out my money? Auschwitz, Pop. Tell me about Auschwitz. Auschwitz was in a town called Auschwitz. Before the war, I came often here to sell my textiles, and now I came again. Now I'm on the right-hand side of the page. We came to a big hall and they shouted on us. Get undressed, leave your valuables, line up, schnell. I was at that time still with my friend Mendelbaum. They took from us our papers, our clothes, and our hair. Psst, what's going to happen to us? Don't worry. We were cold and we were afraid. If they brought you here, they'll put you to work. They're not ready to kill you yet. What about our wives and our... Shut up, Yids, to the bathhouse, quick. Everywhere we had to run, so like joggers, and they ran us to the sauna. It's freezing. Just thank God it's not gas. Here it was the live showers, not the dead gas showers, what we heard sometimes rumors. In the snow, they threw to us prisoners' clothing. Schnell, Schnell. They never even looked on what size they threw. One guy tried to exchange. Excuse me, these shoes are too small. Maybe they'll fit now. Crack. The shoes were wood shoes. I was a lucky one. Everything fitted me a little, only the shirt was torn and too big for me. They registered us, and they took from us our names, and here they put my number. So this note right here is very important. I wish we were able to talk more about it in class. This idea of they took from us our name, okay? One of the questions that I'd asked you in your most important rights assignment was, what would you do if certain things were taken from you? A lot of you really said nothing. There wasn't anything too serious. But if you had your name taken from you, that is degrading. It's very similar to the prison systems we have now. And it's a way to exert control over people. And that's the most important part. Except these were tattooed on them to be a constant reminder. All around was a smell so terrible I can't explain. Swedish, so like burning rubber and fat. Uncle, uncle. When we came inside the gate, someone ran to us from far away. Here was Abraham, Mandelbaum's nephew. So, uncle, you've ended up here too. You told us to come. You wrote us about how happy you were in Hungary, and that we should join you right away. Well, here we are. Hungary? The Poles who arranged our escape understood Yiddish, so they knew you were waiting to hear if I was safe. In Belsko, the Poles dictated that letter while the Gestapo held a pistol up to my head. What could I do? They'd have shot me right then and there. Well, so here's our Hungary, and there's only one way out here for all of us, through those chimneys. Abraham I didn't see again. I think he came out of the chimney. But I saw again once the Poles who betrayed us. The Germans didn't need them, so they finished them also in Auschwitz. Here we go. We newcomers were put inside a room. Old-timers passed and said all the same. You see those chimneys? Okay, so I was more sad. I was worn and shivering and crying a little. Nobody even looked. But from another room, someone approached over. Why are you crying, my son? Should I be happy? Am I at a carnival? Let me see your arm. He was a priest. Your number starts with 17. In Hebrew, that means kimaftoi. 17 is a very good omen. He wasn't Jewish, but was very intelligent. Anyone in the story that isn't Jewish is drawn as a pig, but they're still prisoners because they're all there. So the Nazis did not just imprison Jews, they imprisoned a lot of other types of people, especially Polish people. So you'll see a lot of pigs throughout here. So bottom half of 28. It ends with 13, the age a Jewish boy becomes a man. And look, added together, it totals 18. That's Chai, the Hebrew number of life. I can't know if I'll survive this hell, but I'm certain you'll come through all of this alive. I started to believe. I tell you, he put another life in me. And whenever it was very bad, I looked and said, yes, the priest was right, it totals 18. Whew, that guy was a saint. Yes, I never saw him again. For me, it was hard here, but for my friend Mandelbaum, it was more hard. In Sashwick, everyone knew Mandelbaum. He was older as me, nice, a very rich man. But now in Auschwitz, Mandelbaum was a mess. His pants were big, like for two people, and he had not even a piece of string to make a belt. He had all day to hold them with one hand. One shoe, his foot was too big to go in. This also he had to hold so he could find maybe with whom to exchange it. One shoe was big like a boat, but at least he could wear. It was winter, and everywhere he had to go around with one foot onto the snow. Can I use your spoon, Vladek? Of course, but where's yours? I dropped it, and by the time I bent down, someone stole it. For a spoon, you can get a half day's bread. I spilled most of my soup too. When I asked for more, they beat me. I hold onto my bowl, and my shoe falls down, and I pick up the shoe, and my pants fall down. What can I do? I only have two hands. My God, please help me find a piece of string and a shoe that fits. But here, God didn't come. We were all on our own. So, Mandelbaum and I were two in a bed. We didn't know why, since it was spaces left. But a day after, they pushed in a shipment of maybe 400 more Jews there. It was room hardly to move, only to go down to the toilet was 15 minutes walking on the unlucky one sleeping on the floor. And come back, I couldn't find again where is my bed. In the barrack, there was a capo, a supervisor. He was screaming and kicking whatever he could. Line up in rows, you rows of 5, you shit. Stand straight. Now lie on your bellies, quick. Stand up. Lie down. Stand up faster. He also was a prisoner peasant from the German part of Poland. Lie down. We did such sport all day, kicking, hitting, yelling, till some dropped dead, then more. One time, this black supervisor started screaming on us. Who knows English? Raise your hand. You should raise your hand, Vladek. No, I don't want to get too close to his stick. Besides, look at all the hands up already. Many French Jews here knew to speak English. He took them apart, but sent them back soon. Who knows Polish and English? Now it's very few hands, so I approach. Very Serpen Dituro. Next. When I heard the others speak, I knew I had a chance. I spoke only English to him. Yes, I gave private lessons of English when I lived in Czechoslovakia. He wanted to learn to hear English. For Polish, I had a good English. You managed to get the Bert's books here. You studied already to conjugate verbs? And he kept me aside from the rest. Listen, there are too many prisoners here. The SS will line you all up tomorrow. Be sure to stand to the far left. In the morning, the SS chose who to take for the day to work. Weak ones they put on the side to take away forever. Before they came to me, they took enough.